Hey everyone, it's Ali and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be going over a more recent launch that just happened within the last couple weeks. This was one that I was super excited for. When I had seen this was going to drop, I immediately knew I had to have it. And if you already saw the title of the video, you know I'm talking about the new Fenty fragrance. It's Fenty by Fenty from Fenty Beauty. If you don't know Fenty Beauty, it is Rihanna's makeup brand. They just released their fragrance and I have some serious thoughts on the fragrance and we're going to be getting into that today. The box that it comes in is this blue sort of like thick, sturdy cardboard type box. It says Fenty and it has the Fenty sort of like logo on there. It's really hard to see because it's so bright and metallic-y. And the fragrance that's in here, I thought the way the fragrance sat in the box was so interesting because it's like a thin like styrofoamy, not styrofoam, but like this molded foam type insulation thing. And the fragrance literally sat in the middle and it's just so thin. I've never seen a fragrance like in a box like this kind of design. So I thought that was honestly kind of cool and interesting. And I just wanted to share that from the box. I thought the box was super interesting and neat. And the way it sat, just like in the middle, sort of held there. I thought that was a really cool, neat touch. The fragrance looks like this. I do enjoy the simplicity of the bottle. It's very, very plain, very, very simple. It is a glass bottle with a very light plastic cap. Honestly, I wish the cap had a little bit more weight to it, maybe like a gold, like sort of detailing like around here. I feel like a metal plated like something or like a gold plated something, like a little rim would have like made it a little bit better and heavier. It's not bad at all. It does have that same logo at the top. If you can see it, it's the same one that's on the box as well up here. It sort of reminds me of like a maze or something. And then it says Fenty around here, but it's very hard to tell because the glass bottle and the cap are like this sort of like burnt orange brown color. It's really, really basic. It's very minimalistic, but it's not bad. It's not like my favorite thing out there, but it's also not like horrible at all, like by any means. I do enjoy the simplistic approach to this fragrance. I feel like the fragrance itself should speak volumes to what it is. And honestly, I feel like the fragrance does a pretty good job. Like, I was not like mad about it, honestly. I feel like for some people, this might not be their cup of tea, but I really found this fragrance to be quite alluring, very seductive, and just interesting. I feel like it reminds me of something, but I'm not quite sure what. But I really do enjoy this. You've got notes of tangerine, blueberry, rose, geranium, magnolia. You've got musk and patchouli. And what I get from this, especially in the opening, that geranium just sort of hits you in the face. You've got that tangerine that sort of brightens it, but geranium tends to have this sort of like, at least to me, a slight aromatic quality. It's a more aromatic flower, and you get this sort of aromatic touch along with the earthiness of the patchouli. Like I said, it is slightly brightened by that tangerine, but to me, I get a lot of this blueberry note. But because of the patchouli having this sort of earthy effect, it almost smells like blueberries that have been crushed on the ground, if that makes sense. It smells like blueberries, but there's an earthy component to it. And it almost smells like smushed blueberries that have a little bit of dirt on them and you're like smelling it up close. It's sweet, it's earthy. It's quite alluring if I'm honest. The musk in this is a very beautiful, light, beautiful musk. I really do enjoy this. It almost smells, it has a slightly almost natural effect, but it still smells like a fragrance. I think that's one of the most beautiful qualities. I do lose a little bit of the rose in this fragrance. I do pick up on the magnolia a bit more, but because of the way that the rose and the magnolia are blended in this fragrance, I feel like it's sort of a vague floral that I'm picking up without really being able to pick up one over the other that much. If there was one that I was picking up the most, it's probably the magnolia, but I feel like the rose is kind of lost in the fragrance. I don't really pick up a lot of the rose, at least not on my skin personally. The geranium, like I said, I do get a huge blast of that in the opening. It's a mix of this like aromatic, earthy, like bright sweetness that sort of starts to dry down. And as it settles down, I start getting a lot of this sort of earthy crushed blueberry effect on my skin that I think is really nice and actually quite sexy. Like I said, this is quite a sexy fragrance in my opinion. I really do enjoy the earthy components mixing in with this sort of sweet musky component. I really did enjoy the first time I wore this to bed, and then the next day I went to the gym in the morning. This reheated up on my skin the next day when I was at the gym, and I was getting the most beautiful musk. Like while I was sweating and working out, I just smelled beautiful and delicious. Like it was so like nice and like I don't know, I kind of wasn't expecting that from this fragrance. It lasted a pretty long time on my skin, not gonna lie. This lasted about 7 hours or so on my skin. Lasted even longer on clothes, very faint on clothes up until the next day. Or on the next day, it's faint on clothes, but it's still detectable. It's pretty prominent all throughout the day. I also sprayed a work jacket because I wore this to work. I've worn this about 4 or 5 times since I've gotten it, and I just got this last week. So that goes to show that I really am enjoying the fragrance a lot more than I was kind of expecting. I was already expecting to like it, but I didn't think I would love it as much as I've been loving this fragrance. Musky, earthy, sweet, beautiful, bright. It's literally got everything I kind of like look for in a fragrance. When I first sprayed it on, I wasn't too sure what to think about it. I was like, what? What is this? And then the more I wore it, the more I fell in love with it. I feel like this is such a sexy, bougie, very like extra girl. And that's what I'm really loving about it. It's such a vibe. It's really, really beautiful. In my opinion, I hope that Fenty releases more fragrances in the future. I think that this is going to be like a perfect staple and almost like the face of the Fenty fragrance line if they continue to bring out more. This is on the same level, in my opinion, as Turquatic is to MAC. Everyone that knows Turquatic knows how iconic it is, and when it comes to MAC's fragrances, that is like their staple. It's what they are known for. It's pretty much iconic, and I love Turquatic. I have it, I own it, my mom uses it. Like it's a staple in my collection, and it always will be there. It reminds me of being young and my days going to the MAC counter when I was younger and in high school, and I absolutely love it. This fragrance I feel like is on the same level as Turquatic. Now granted, Turquatic is its own type of fragrance. It's an aquatic-y, very bright, fresh, and refreshing fragrance. This is more on the darker side. It's darker, it's a little bit more edgier, it's more seductive. It has a sort of more grown-up element that I feel like people in their mid-20s and up would enjoy more than like a younger crowd. Although I can still see like younger girls still really enjoying this if they're into this sort of musky, slightly earthy, with a touch of aromatic component to it. If you're into those kind of fragrances, then definitely check this out. Sample it if you can. I wouldn't say it's probably the easiest blind buy, but definitely if you can get your hands on a sample, get your hands on a sample of this. It's really, really beautiful. I think Rihanna did a fabulous job with this fragrance. Like I said, the bottle is very simplistic, but honestly, I kind of enjoy that about it. I enjoy this sort of brown, burnt, orangey effect that the bottle has. But then again, I could be biased because my favorite color is orange, and I love it in any facet that it comes in, whether it's a brown orange, a red orange, and any kind of orange, a pumpkin orange. Like, I just love orange. And this hits all the right spots with me. And I really do like it, you guys. This is so sexy. And yeah, those are pretty much my thoughts on this fragrance. If you guys have tried the fragrance and you love it, then definitely give this a thumbs up. If you guys hated this fragrance, then give this a thumbs up too, or a thumbs down, whatever you vibe with. But yeah, I'm really happy with this one. I've already cracked quite a dent. I'm like down here, you can't really tell, but this was a bit fuller and I'm like already here. And it's only been my first week. So I think that's a testament to how beautiful I think this fragrance is and how honestly easy it is to wear. Like, at least for me, I feel like I can wear this anywhere. I can wear it out, I can wear it to work, I can wear it on a sexy date night. This works for every occasion, and I really do like it. And yeah, I hope this review was helpful to you guys. Let me know what you guys think. Hit me up on Instagram. I'm always talking fragrance on there. Till next time, I will catch you guys later, and I will link down below where you can find this fragrance. I will catch you guys. Bye.